So apparently, according to Charlie Intel and some data that they found, I'll flash it up on the screen here so everybody can see the evidence for yourself with your own eyes. Apparently, there's going to be 200 players in the Battle Royale. Now, I didn't translate any of that, so I don't know what it says. But if Charlie Intel is saying that that means it's 200 players, I'm just going to take his word for it because that's a very reliable source. And I'm both happy and very concerned for this whole thing here, because 200 players, that's a ton of players in one game. That's insane, and that's something that honestly a lot of Battle Royale fans have been wanting for a while. And I know for a fact when more people, more YouTubers, not only in the Call of Duty scene but in Battlefield scene, Rainbow Six Siege scene, when people find out that it's going to be 200 players in the BR, it's going to be popping off. It's going to be a lot of big names saying a lot of good things about this. But being a Call of Duty player, someone like myself who plays this game, only Call of Duty every single day, I'm worried about this because the game isn't up to par to hold 200 players in one server. I can barely hold 12 players in one server, if we're going to be honest here. This is going to be dangerously bad. But it's not like I want to see it fail. You know, I do want to see this game mode succeed. I want to see it gain traction. I want to see people enjoy it. Because obviously all of this time, all the videos that I'm here ranting, it's for a reason, to see the game improve. I always give feedback. I don't just say something is completely awful. I'll make sure to say my personal opinion and my twist on what could possibly improve it. I don't just want to completely bash the game. Constructive criticism is very important in these type of situations. And I would like to see the game succeed. I would like to see it hold 200 players and prove to us that this Battle Royale can actually be a thing. Honestly, all they need is just the right-sized map, and 200 players could play perfectly. You know, not too slow, but not too insanely fast. I want them to find that nice medium point to a good Battle Royale experience. Blackout, I think, was able to find that point, but obviously it died off for PC. Now, if Modern Warfare can find this point as well, then by all means, they could make a banger BR that's holding 200 players, along with having crossplay in this, meaning that servers will probably never die for both PC and console players, and it's also rumored that it's supposed to be free to play? How could I even criticize? How can I talk negatively on something that is free to play, something that you don't even have to put a penny into? But honestly, that's all that's positive about it. The rest is just this awful playing game that's going to ruin everybody's experience. And let's be honest here, it's just rumors that it's free to play, or leaks, I guess you should say. Nothing more, nothing less. So until they actually announce this mode, and until they actually let us know if it's free to play, then, you know, we don't know the truth about it. But this game is already cringeworthy enough with the regular 6v6. I mean, a lot of the core Call of Duty players, a lot of hardcore players, either moved on to bigger modes like 10v10 or 32 vs 32 because they have more flow, or the main people who want to play 6v6, they don't enjoy those other styles and they want to play Call of Duty, they just leave the game and go play another Call of Duty game that actually plays like Call of Duty. And with that being said, it's going to be a rough show. The footsteps are obnoxiously loud, and in the trailer they showed that it's going to be absolutely, you know, explosive, awesome, fast-paced action that's going on. I highly doubt that. I completely, highly doubt that. The game just isn't revolved around that playstyle. Can we all be honest here? It's just not revolved around it. A lot of the times, the best technique in Modern Warfare is just posting up in one location and waiting to find an enemy. Now, yes, armor could possibly play a change in this Battle Royale. Maybe helmets could be introduced as well for head cover, and it could possibly change how the game plays, and it might play for the better. But like I said, we don't know this, and all I can go off of is just how this game plays already. And the way players play this game is just, it's in the most toxic way possible. Now, yes, you do find some people that want to run around every once in a while, but Lord Almighty, some people, they play this game like it's their life, like it absolutely depends on it. And at a certain point, I can understand that, you know, yeah, you want to play like that if you're going to streak or something, but these people aren't streaking. You know, and it's two ways that you play Call of Duty. You either get the streaks or you play the objective. You don't just, you know, if you can't get the streaks, you don't just continuously try to get the streaks and ignore the objective. You're just not playing any role in that situation. But a lot of these players, they don't care. They'll find a spot, they'll post up, they'll wait for people, and they're happy with going 2 and like 10. You know, they don't care what the score is as long as they had those 2 good moments that had nothing to do with the objective, just them solely getting 2 kills is good enough to satisfy them. And with 200 players, I guarantee that over half that lobby, 100 players, are going to be that style of play. Now let's be honest here. A BR works in 3 stages. You have the looting stage, the mid-game, and then you have endgame. Looting stage, you have 2 ways of entering. You can either enter hot or you can enter not hot. And that already cuts off tons of the population. So just in the beginning phase, you'll probably lose a good 50, maybe 60 players. Maybe even more, just from people who want to land hot. And then you're left with at least 100, 120 maybe for mid-game. And that is a lot of players. That could potentially be these players who don't mind getting 2 kills and 10 deaths, sitting in a corner all game. And they will camp your heart out, which means that the playstyle of this BR is going to be like PUBG. And out of a Call of Duty game, I don't want that. I don't want the PUBG vibes leaking into Call of Duty. I can play PUBG for that. But Call of Duty is definitely taking that route with how loud these footsteps are. Now, maybe they'll be a little bit different in the BR. Maybe this whole time when they were tuning the footsteps, they were truly just tuning them for the BR when that released, and that's why when we're sitting here in the 6v6 lobbies and 10v10, 32 versus 32, whatever you like to play, we're sitting here wondering to ourselves, are they really adjusting them? It's like, they're still loud as hell. Maybe they're just doing it for the BR and they'll be good in there. But I highly doubt it. And I think this BR is going to be littered with players that are just going to be sound whoring, posted up in tall buildings or grassy areas with snipers and scoped ARs, and they're just going to be waiting for enemies to push out into the open so they can get easy kills. And it's not impossible to camp in BRs. You just have to find the right spot in the zone. You know, you can either play on the outskirts of the zone, which forces you to move every once in a while, or you could just move towards more of the center of the zone and sit in one spot the whole game. Which honestly, I guess I don't mind, because BRs are more like a story. You can never be too certain where enemies are going to be, what's going to happen, if people are going to be flanking you, pushing you, or if you have a situation where you have to push a building and kill the enemies inside. There's so many different paths and patterns to a BR match, which makes them interesting and fun to play. So I don't mind if people are going to be camping more towards the center, because if I'm an outskirts player, if I'm playing more towards the middle and I want to slowly push up with the zone, then it'll be fun coming across some of these situations, because then I have to think a little bit and I have to plan out certain routes and, you know, work around it to basically overcome the enemy. So yeah, it is kind of fun having enemies camp in certain situations. But my problem is the hit detection. It's god awful in Modern Warfare, and the servers suck. Like, we literally are playing on the absolute worst trash servers ever made, and they expect to hold 200 players in a BR and expect everybody to have perfect accuracy, perfect connection, perfect everything with 200 players. And how long is it going to take to fill up some of these lobbies with 200 players? They're going to have to, at a certain point, cap it at 100, because it's not going to be enough people to fill lobbies. I guarantee it. They're going to have to lower it to 100 at a certain point. I'm sorry, I just don't think this Battle Royale game is fit out to make any difference for Modern Warfare. I really want to see this thing succeed. Trust me, 200 players is awesome. This is amazing to see in Call of Duty, and it's something that would really spice things up in just the Battle Royale scene in general, having 200 players. And what if we could have bigger squads of friends instead of just 4 being the cap? What if you could drop with 6 people, 7 people, have massive platoons of people that can actually spawn into locations and coordinate with one another? That would be pretty awesome. But sadly, at the end of the day, I think this is just a distraction from the regular 6v6 game mode and the core aspects of what, you know, the multiplayer scene of Modern Warfare is, so people can be distracted for the rest of the year and play something different. You know, I think this is just a distraction for them, because with this being added in, Battle Royale isn't going to be something easy for the developers to maintain. There's going to be tons, and I mean tons, of work to be done with Warzone. Tons of work. Tons of bugs that need to be fixed. tons of issues that are going to have to be managed. It's going to be a nightmare. So how are they going to be able to manage this game mode along with Ground War, 10v10, and 6v6? It's... I don't know. I seriously don't know. This is just a disaster. They keep feeding into something that they can't continue to feed. But I hope it's going to be good. I will definitely be playing it when it comes out to test it out, see how it plays. I hope they have solos as well, because solos is a big thing for Battle Royale, and if they do not have it, I swear to God, I will be so annoyed, because that's one of the main reasons why I quit Apex Legends, because they just refuse to put solos in the game. So if Warzone doesn't have solos, it's going to be a really hard experience, but I'll still push through, and I'll go ahead and play it. But if you guys enjoyed this commentary, don't forget to leave a like. If you hated the video, don't forget you can always dislike as well. That's all up to you. If you are new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell notification button. I'll just get notified on all my recent uploads. Also, if you just want to see what I'm talking about with Call of Duty or any other video game, you can follow me over on Twitter at JbowenDaMan. And also, if you just want to catch me live streaming or doing anything like that, you could follow me over on Twitch at JbowenDaMan as well. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.
Recon plane acquired. Our recon plane will find them.